Hello and welcome to the exhilarating mid-inning match coverage of the ICC ODI World Cup semi-final showdown between India and New Zealand in the cricketing heartland of Mumbai at the Wankhede Stadium. As India strives to extend their winning streak into the semi-finals, and the hosts are heading towards a big total. Rohit Sharma set the template with a flamboyant innings started with 4 fours and 4 sixes. After that, Shubman Gill, Kohli and Iyer continued the good work to put India on the driver's seat. Also, Virat Kohli scored the 50th ODI ton, surpassing Sachin Tendulkar's record. So, in the next half an hour, we will navigate through the cricketing nuisance, dissecting strategies, and analyzing the electrifying twist in this high-octane clash. And we are also take a look in the second innings how it will go. So India is taking on New Zealand in the first semi-final at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. India is heading for a big total after Virat Kohli broke Sachin Tendulkar's record of 49 century in the one-day international. Kohli reached his 50th ODI turn when he hit Lockie Ferguson for a couple of runs. He scored 117 runs. When reports last came in, India was batting on 347 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Earlier, opener Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill gave a sparkling start. The pair put on 71 runs in less than 9 overs. Rohit scored 47 runs before he was removed by Team Saudi. But the hosts continued to score at brisk pace after Kohli joined Gill. They put on 90 runs before Shubman Gill was retired hurt for 79. Meanwhile, Kohli also broke Sachin Tendulkar's all-time record for most runs in the ODI World Cup, and after reaching 80 runs. Kohli is leading the scoring chart with more than 691 runs in just 10 innings. Sachin Tendulkar famously recorded 673 runs during the 2003 edition of the World Cup. Meanwhile, Rohit Sharma, the Indian cricket team's star opener, made headlines today as he became the first batter to hit 50-plus sixes in the World Cup. This remarkable feat saw him surpass previous record held by West Indies legend Chris Gayle, who had hit 49 sixes in the prestigious tournament. Not only did hitman Rohit break the overall record, but he also became the batter with the most sixes in a single edition of the tournament. This achievement once again saw him surpass Chris Gayle, who had hit 26 maximums in the 2015 World Cup. Rohit's record-breaking moment came in the 5th over of the match against New Zealand when he pulled a delivery from Trent Boult over backward square leg for his 50th six in the World Cup. So put things into perspective, we are joined by Ajay Mehra. Ajay, a very warm welcome, a flamboyant performance once again by the Indian team. The way they started the tournament, winning big against Australia and winning all the 9 matches in the league stage. Again, they showed that they are a big team. And if you talk about this was the knockout stage where the experts were questioning the temperament of the Indian team at the big level at the knockout stage. And today they had showed, we can say, displayed a kind of performance that they have silenced their critics with the kind of performance they did here.
Totally agree with you, Narayan, because this has been spectacular. Just the kind of display of batsmanship by the Indian batsmen. They're a class team. We all know that. Just the kind of form they have been, just the way they have been batting, the ability from Rohit Sharma, someone like Shubman Gill, just the kind of star that India required. 71 runs in the 8 overs. That really set the tone for India. And I was always mentioning the first 10 overs are going to be vital. Because, if you lose those 2 or 3 wickets initially, then you are just trying to come back into the game. You're always in the back foot. But this Indian team led by Rohit Sharma, as you mentioned, today breaking Chris Gayle's record of 50 sixes, just the way he's batted, those domination against the seam bowlers. Kohli as well, slamming his 50th century, surpassing the great man himself, Sachin Tendulkar, just the kind of batsmanship. Because you see, someone like Trent Boult, he was going at 8 runs per over, not getting any wicket. Mitchell Santner as well, on a surface where the ball is doing a bit, conceding 51 runs in his 10 overs and not getting a wicket as well. So I think, you rightly mentioned, the pressure was on India as well because they're playing at home. It's a big tournament. It's a World Cup. But just the fearless approach shown by the Indian batsmen. That was great to see. And I feel, one has to really compliment the Indian captain, Rohit Sharma, just the kind of stars that he's provided throughout the tournament. Because just not about winning the toss and batting first. It's about also how you start in that innings. And they're exactly, because they started in that tone. They were looking really good, both the openers. Shubman Gill, of course, unlucky, to be retired, hurt. He was batting really well. Initial part, Shubman Gill was just taking his time. He was just, lending the support to Rohit Sharma. But when Rohit was out, he also really opened up and played some attractive shots. So I think it's been absolutely fantastic so far for India in the semi-final.
So, if we talk about the India's performance, a fantastic performance here. We are also joined by Abhishek Mahajan, who is in Mumbai to cover this match. Abhishek, a historic moment you are witnessing there in the Mumbai, and the way we can see that the fans are very excited in the stadium. Tell something about that. What kind of atmosphere is there right now, considering the way India has started this match and heading towards a big total?
Right, Narayan, tremendous atmosphere, and you must have seen when Virat Kohli scored his 50th ODI century. I mean, it was a thunderous applaud. I mean, Virat Kohli bowing down to Sachin Tendulkar. Celebrities, David Beckham was there to witness Virat Kohli's 50th ODI century. Bollywood actors was also there. P.R. Advani was there. Vicky Kaushal. Virat Kohli's wife Anushka Sharma was there. Is still there to witness India match against New Zealand. But again, what a player Virat Kohli is, Narayan. I mean, this is the same ground where Virat Kohli had lifted Sachin Tendulkar on his shoulders after India won 2011 World Cup, and huge moment, and every tissue, every vein, every muscle wanted of Virat Kohli wanted to score this century, and he's got his monkey out of his back. And also, I mean, if you see every Indian, they wanted to see Virat Kohli scoring his 50th ODI century. He has failed only in 2 matches, if we can say that, against Pakistan and against England, where he has not scored a 50 or more than 40 runs. But again, a huge moment for Virat Kohli and for every Indian. On OTT platform also, over 5 crore people watching, witnessing that historical moment. And what a moment, Narayan. And Team India, I mean, what a start by Rohit Sharma. I mean, why India has done well in the entire tournament, 9 wins out of 9 games, is that Virat Kohli has done well. Rohit Sharma has given them a good start, especially in the power plays. Today also 84 for 1 after the first power play. The way Rohit Sharma started batting, and tremendous performance. And if you see, first when Rohit Sharma was hitting the ball, Shubman Gill was playing second fiddle. He was playing a sheet anchor's role. When Rohit Sharma departed, Shubman Gill changed his gears, and then Virat Kohli was playing the role of an anchor. That's what Rohit Sharma also had said at the press conference, pre-match press conference, that every person in this match, every person in this team know what their role is. So this is how Team India has been performing. And Virat Kohli, like I said earlier, over 100 average in this World Cup. He has broken Sachin Tendulkar's record of most ODI runs in a single edition, 674. Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli has scored 711 runs in the 10 matches that he has played in this World Cup. Tremendous performance. And India, they are on course to make 400, and it will be not easy for New Zealand. Even if India score 380, 390, it will not be easy for New Zealand. Under floodlights, Indian pace trio will be lethal. Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj. Under lights, it will not be easy. First 10-12 overs for New Zealand are going to be very crucial.
So first 10 overs are going to be very crucial. Right now, Indian team is batting on 365 for the loss of 2 wickets. After 48 overs, Virat Kohli 117 of 113 balls. Iyer also scored his century of 68 balls, and Shubman Gill retired at 79. And what a great work by our Indian team, the way they batted. Coming to you, Ajay, if you take a look throughout the whole tournament, Indian team is head and shoulders above the rest team, the way they batted, they bowled, and they have approached the tournament. But talking about the Virat Kohli, means the way he is approaching every match, take a look after Rohit Sharma has set the template for the match. He is coming, and today he's also made around, if you talk about singles, in the singles by rotating strike, he has scored more than 350 runs in this edition. He is far ahead than other opponents. So this shows that how composed Virat Kohli is. He knows how to take the match away from the opponent. So how you look his approach to the game, especially in this World Cup?
It's a 50-over format. It's not 20-over format. He builds his innings. This is exactly how you have to build your innings, by taking those singles, as you rightly mentioned. The percentage cricket, because the risk factor, once you're playing in the air, there's a risk factor. It could be 50-50. It could go in your favor or the opposition's favor. Sometimes we've seen, a lot of teams took those brilliant catches, convert those half chances. So what Virat Kohli does very sensibly is he picks up those singles, sets in, first gets to that 10 mark, then 20 mark. And that's where, once his eyes are in, then he opens up. We know that he's got a good range of shots. We saw in the last game as well, the way he was employing the sweep shot. We don't see that very often with him. But, he can play any shot. He's such a good player, square of the wicket, front of the wicket. He can play on the rise. We saw that shot after his 100, that jab on the onside, that pull shot on the onside. So, he's a fantastic player. But the best thing is two things about him. One, that his temperament is outstanding. He soaks in the pressure so well. And secondly, that ability, to convert those starts into big runs. And of course, we always mention about his fitness as well. That's remarkable. Today as well, 9 4s, 2 6s, strike rate around 100. But, this is about what Virat Kohli is. He provides the framework for the innings. He knows his job here. He knows that they have someone like Rohit Sharma who's provided the impetus early on. They still have a lot of batting left. So his role is, to keep one end going, to keep one end intact. And that's exactly what he's done even today in this crunch game, in this semi-final. So I think outstanding. A lot of youngsters, a lot of budding cricketers, a lot of international cricketers, they can take a leaf out of his book, just the way he goes about Virat Kohli. And, the more you see him, the more hunger he has for runs, that more appetite he's got for runs. And that's Virat Kohli, and that's why he's so great. Now he's a legend almost, because just the way he's played his cricket and just the way he's performed over the years, he's truly a remarkable batter and a legend in himself.
Truly, Virat Kohli, the way he approached this World Cup, but we can say that the way the modern day great Virat Kohli approaching innings and building it and helping India to score big in this tournament. If we talk about Abhishek, the way as the twilight is approaching, and we know that it's very difficult to play during the twilight time in the Mumbai. In the past matches also we saw that team batting first scoring very big scores, and the teams who are bowlers batting second, it's getting difficult for them because there is a swing is also there for. So do you think our pace bowlers, the way they have performed earlier in this tournament, today again we will see that charismatic bowling from them, considering the conditions will favor them?
Oh, absolutely, Narayan, you're right. I mean, the way Indian pace trio has bowled in the entire tournament, unfortunately, Mohammad Shami could not play the earlier games because Hardik Pandya was there, and team combination was such that Mohammad Shami could not be part of the playing 11. But yes, the way Mohammad Shami has bowled, the way Mohammad Siraj has bowled, way Jasprit Bumrah has bowled, and everyone, the pace trio has bowled in tandem. Narayan, if you see, in the last game against Netherlands, Bumrah bowled his 300th dot ball. How often do you see that? And if you talk about the economy rate also of Jasprit Bumrah, 2.94 in the first 10 overs in the power plays I'm talking about. And the reason why India has done so well batting we were talking about is because of Rohit Sharma, and the most selfless cricketer I've ever seen. The way Rohit Sharma has gone has gone with his business. But yes, in the bowling department, Jasprit Bumrah, in the 2-3 wickets that he gives in the initial 10 overs. Mohammad Siraj, I mean, they're all bowling in tandem. I mean, if Jasprit Bumrah is not doing well, Mohammad Siraj steps in. If Mohammad Siraj is not doing well, Mohammad Shami steps in. And if you see, there is no weak link in India's bowling attack. What we see often in the opposition, they target the 5th bowler or they target the 6th bowler. But there is no bowler to target in the Indian team. Kuldeep Yadav, in Dharamchala, the match that was played between India and New Zealand, the league match that I was talking about, Kuldeep Yadav went for some runs in his first spell, but the way he came back I mean, everyone was thinking and everyone started talking about that India should seriously think about having a sixth bowler if one bowler has a bad day. But there is no bad day for any bowler, and I mean, every bowler has been doing well. You talk about Ravindra Jadeja, you talk about Kuldeep Yadav. And the way Indian batters have been doing, I mean, they've already scored over 385, and if they give the target of around 400, we are assuming that target would be around 400, it will not be easy for New Zealand. I mean, they'll have to average would be, the asking rate would be around 8 right from the word go, and they'll have to play shots right from the beginning. And if they play shots, obviously Indian bowlers will have an advantage. But again, under lights, like I said, twilight you talked about, first 10 overs for New Zealand, first 10-15 overs for New Zealand will be very, very crucial. And yes, Indian bowlers would like to make the most of the conditions. Ball will swing, ball will seam in the first 10-15 overs. It will not be easy for New Zealand, like I'm saying again and again. But yes, Indian bowlers, they have to bowl in the right areas. There will be assistance from the pitch, but Jasprit Bumrah, Siraj, and if Mohammad Shami gets to bowl in the initial,
it will be not easy for the
yes, they'll have to bowl in the right areas, and what they have been doing in the last 9 games also.
And recently we saw that Shreyas Iyer is also out and he scored a century. So a big innings by Shreyas Iyer also. Coming back to Ajay. Ajay, if you take a look, the way in this tournament Indian team batted, the kind of cricket they have displayed. In the past also we saw the dominance of the teams like West Indies, Australia in the World Cup. But such sort of dominance we can see that was unimaginable. Just thrashing their opponent in the one-sided matches. Even in this match also, all the big teams, whether it is South Africa, whether it is Pakistan, India, just it was like a one-way traffic. So Ajay, you are covering the cricket, you are just analyzing the matches since long. So what are the reason you find where such kind of domination the Indian cricket team has made in this tournament?
Narayana, that's a very good question, because, you know, a lot of people are asking what's really happened and what really has changed for the Indian team. I just feel the kind of bench strength you have, you know, the kind of players that you have at the side. And the biggest, you know, asset now for the Indian side, Narayan, is that the kind of bowling we have. You know, we have wicket takers. We have people who are bowling 140 plus, and they are getting that movement as well. You know, being an opening batsman myself, I know that's not going to be easy for any batter. You know, you might be very experienced, you might have played a lot of cricket, but once you're facing any bowler bowling above 140 and getting that movement as well, you know, it's always a tough proposition. You know, earlier we had some quality bowlers. Absolutely, we had some brilliant cricketers. But now this team, you see all the 5 bowlers, you know, in action in this game as well. They're all wicket takers. Kuldeep Yadav, very difficult to play him because he's now a bit more pacey as well as compared to Kuldeep Yadav we saw earlier. He's not sliding the ball too much. He's wearing his pace very nicely. Ravindra Jadeja, we all know about him. Line and length, absolutely immaculate. And you see the 3 seamers as well. You know, that's a big difference for me, because earlier our batting even in the past was terrific when we won the 2011 World Cup. But that time, you remember, there were Yuvraj Singh, there was Sehwag, there was Suresh Raina, you know, the part-timers who were bowling pretty well and picking up wickets as well. But they were not full-time bowlers. But now, you know, the full-time bowlers are doing their job. The pure batsmen, they are delivering. And this team is looking absolutely different. So I think, you know, that's really wonderful. And also the fact, you know, with Hardik going out, that meant that someone like Mohammad Shami will have to come in. They had to play extra batter as well. Of course, you know, someone like Ashwin had to miss out. But suddenly you see the combination for India is looking so good. You don't need to change the team just because the way Mohammad Shami has bowled throughout the tournament. So I think that has really worked in favor of India as well.
So true. The thing that you mentioned that in the past, in 2011 World Cup, we saw the part-timers were bowling, and now there is the workload of the bowling from the batsman has been removed, and it is I think it's a key factor, as you mentioned, that now our bowlers are bowling, our 5 bowlers are giving fully, they are delivering and they are helping and they are taking wickets at the right juncture of the match, whether it is power play or any time. So it's I think that is the key. Coming to Abhishek, as you have mentioned that in the twilight it will be difficult for the we can say the New Zealand team will bat, considering the fact that there will be swing, and our bowler, as Ajay mentioned, that they are all not only pacey, they are not only bowling with a pace of 140, but also they have we can say swing in their bowling. So do you think that the score of 400. Right now the score is 397 for the loss of 4 wickets in the 50 overs, and the target is 398. So how tough will it be for the New Zealand to chase this huge target of 398 runs, Abhishek?
Yes, Narayan, 397 India have scored with the loss of 4 wickets, and 398 is the target for New Zealand. That's the latest that we can tell you. But yes, it will be tough. It will be tough is an understatement, Narayan. But yes, New Zealand will have to bat well. Devon Conway, we all know what he can do if he gets going. He scored 100, but I mean, could not capitalize the start that he had got in the first match against England and New Zealand also. I mean, they won the first 4 games and then lost the 3 games. Like I said in the report also, they are known to peak at the right time. They went on to score 400 against Pakistan, although they lost that game, but defeated Sri Lanka and then entered the semi-finals. Yes, India were the favourites right from the word go, and like the way India have played in the league games, not only winning games, they are dominating. They all have been convincing victories. Indians have been seamless. They have been fearless, so to say. And like Ajay Mehra also said, I mean, not only batting, the way Indians have bowled in the entire tournament, like you said, Jasprit Bumrah, Shami, Kuldeep Yadav, Ravindra Jadeja, and when Hardik Pandya got injured, Narayan, this is a very important point to mention. Everyone thought that this will disturb the balance of Team India, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise for Team India, and everyone started asking questions that why Mohammad Shami was not included in the playing 11 earlier. He started off with a bang. I mean, 5 wickets in the first match, and then 4, and then 5 again, and everyone was surprised in the last game that why Mohammad Shami, I mean, how come, I mean, Mohammad Shami could not take any wicket. But yes, nobody, to be very frank, Narayan, nobody thought that India will display this kind of a cricket in the World Cup. Yes, they had a very good team. I mean, but nobody thought that they will be invincible. Nobody will be able to beat them. And all have been great victories. They have outplayed every opponent, almost every opponent in the tournament. Second best team, South Africa. And we all know how India defeated South Africa. The way they defeated Australia, they got initial hiccups against Australia. Only New Zealand in Dharamshala gave run for the money. But yes, Indians have been doing well. And yes, they have continued with the same form in the semi-finals. But to answer your question, yes, I mean, it will not be easy. It will be very tough.
So it's going to be a Herculean task for the New Zealand here, because the way India scored a big target for the New Zealand team. We are hoping that India will continue that momentum they got in the tournament, and they will register a big win here, we are hoping, and they will book their berth in the finals of the tournament, considering the fact that they have scored a big target here for the New Zealand. So that's all in this mid-inning show, and hoping you enjoyed it. And for more updates and news, keep watching DD India. Namaskar.